own Saturday is not the regular Saturday or cleaning and the rest, because I clean the house any time of the day, any day. I can wash bathroom, do everything. So anytime I have for my business, which is coins and flair, anytime I have for my hair business, I will just start working on it. In fact, as long as there is light, you see me working, and then I can do other house chores when I'm free. So guys, I've started, but then I'm going to be carrying you guys along. I hope you can see. So for those that don't know, this is called tripod stand for mannequin. This is a mannequin here. This is called canvas mannequin. So for hairstylists, we use this type of mannequin. And then I'm working on a bone straight. Now, this hair has been revamped. This is the styling process. So you have to take everything up and be bringing it down one one. That's what you begin, bringing it down one one for you to be able to. So let me just check. Sure. Are you sure it's live? Because it's not showing from my end. Sorry guys, I just want to confirm that we're on track with everything, so that is it on live? Okay, I guess it's okay, I've seen it. It's okay. So guys, I've confirmed that we're going to start. So what you do, you take part of the hair. Remember, you're going to be doing line by line. So you just take part of the hair like this, you comb it, hold it, you get your straightener. Make sure you have a very good professional straightener that is very hot. Then you go. Now, different people have different methods. Some will go like this. For me, I have a way of doing my own. I just comb it through. Then I see, and I want the down to be a bit curved. That's why you see I'm going, my hand is going downwards like this. And I don't want the curve to be too much. Actually, if I want it to be too much, I will allow the pressure to end to stop at the tip. But I don't want it to be much. So I'm just going to go accordingly like this. So can you see how beautiful and smooth it looks? See how smooth it looks, yeah. So, and before you, okay, maybe in the next one I'll show you guys, you have to apply your serum. I've applied my heat protectant. Yes, I use this heat protectant. I use different type, but right now I'm currently using this. So you must have applied your heat protectant, which I've applied already. But each strand I pick or each line I pick, I'll make sure I apply my serum. So we go again. So you guys will just join me as I work. Thank you guys for joining me. Enjoy the process. So after today, I don't want to hear that you cannot straighten your hair by yourself again. And don't forget to like, share, and comment. So for men watching this, there's nothing wrong with you learning it. You learn how to, straighten your girlfriend's wig, your wife's wig, your mother's wig, your sister's wig. You learn how to do that. You can see how it looks very bright and shiny. That's because it has been treated already. Like I said, it has been revamped. Yeah, our services are revamping, styling, coloring, ventilation, wigging, and then we sell luxury hairs. So yeah, coins and flare, as you can see, that's our brand. So the full name is Coins and Flare Beauty, but for now, this is a subsidiary of it, Coins and Flare Hair. So this is it. I hope you're enjoying the video, guys. So if you have any story that you guys want me to tell you in the process of this video, you can mention it. I'm going to check my phone after this line to check if there are replies or if there are messages that are in already. So I'm going to read them. If you have any question for me, you can ask. I'll read them and reply you guys after I'm done with this line, before the next line. Yes, so any question you have, you can drop it for me. I can't be reading and working because I make sure that all my attention is given to these babies. Wigs are my babies. So yeah, give them all my attention. You can see how I'm combing it to make sure it's smooth. Yeah, so
Maybe tell us how you started, what motivated you.
okay.
Tell us.
Okay, I actually started in school, and I've always been this type of person that love hairs. I love wigs. I love like weave-ons generally. Even when I was in my SS3, after, because I used to barb my hair before, so I said, okay, it's already getting close to speech and prize giving day, and I'll be graduating from secondary school. And I started keeping my hair. Guys, guess what? I wore wig that day. I'm telling you. And growing up, normally it's our parents, all those our parents we used to see them with wig. Oh my god, me and my sister, we rocked my mom's wig there. Those days, all those Brazilian wigs, then it was raining. Oh my god, we used the life out of. So I've always had this flair for wigs. I've always loved wigs. And then in school too, I know how to, if I see a good hair, I know how to select. And even when I don't have money to afford hairs like this, then all those pack hairs, all those chocolates and the rest, the hairs that were raining then, and to us they were not affordable then. Now they will even classify it as blind. But then, oh my god, you're a big girl. So I even used to save my money then to buy. So I just noticed that there's something about this business, and it keeps calling me. And if I help you to select wig, trust me, I'm going to select the best wig ever that you will ever get. And people will say, you are good at this thing. So if they want to go and get hair, even when I was in school, if my friends they want to go and get hair, they want me to follow them so that okay, I will help them select and everything. Before you know, and now, so one day, I was on the internet, IG as usual, and I saw a lady that posted about a class and all that. And I said, okay, now, since I love this thing very well, because me, I started doing my research actually before I found out, when you start searching for something online, people that do that same thing will keep popping on your page. So that was how I started doing my research to know, I just started doing my feasibility study. I had few people, anytime I come back for break here, I have few people that are into the business. I'll just go and stay in their shop, gisting with them, just to know more about the business. And it even happened like, what even happened was that most of the people that I even go and meet them to know more about the business, I'm even more knowledgeable about the business because I'd already started equipping myself online. So then I saw this class online. Yeah, so I now enrolled. So hey, at first I now spoke to one of my friend, then my bestie in Denmark, Yemi. Yes, Mubarak, Yemi Mubarak. So I now told him about the business. So he said that is a nice business. I know a lot of you don't know this, but the name Coins and Flair, he was the one that helped me to figure out this name. I was having serious difficulty in getting the name, and I wanted a very unique name for the business. Yeah, so you can see that I'm bringing out another layer. So don't be distracted by the story. So I told Yemi about it, and he even wanted to be part of the people to help me with the capital to start at first. But after thinking about it, I was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm going to start gradually. I'm going to pick it gradually, and then I know that one day it's going to be a big name. It's not yet a big name. I'm happy for where it is right now. I'm happy for the progress, and I pray for more progress. So we started searching for names. Oh my god, we searched and searched. And then he somehow he got words from different places, and he was able to merge them together. So that's how we got Coins and Flair. Yes, guys. So that was how I now started my business. So then now, if you money to get hairs, at first, let me tell you guys the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. The first set of hairs I got, oh my god, synthetic. They say synthetic. I got, people, this vendor, everybody was just hailing her. She sells hairs like she does wholesale for people. So a lot of people were just hailing her. So I got loan for my elder brother, yes, to start the business. And the first hairs I got, oh my god, hoping that I'll be able to sell them well. So in fact, after this scam, I had to go for another class to know what I was doing. But I just want to thank God for equipping myself, for helping me. And then yes, by the way, that my friend, my bestie, he paid for my first class ever, my first hair class. Yes, I'm never going to forget it because it was such a, he's like from the beginning of my business, it was such a big impact. He paid for my first class because then I now have enough money to pay for it. And trust me, that first class was very, very impactful. It was very impactful. That was where I learned a lot of things about hairs. So I now did my first importation. Not the that one that they scam me. After the first one that they scam me, I mean, I started building this business with honesty and trust. See, me, I will tell you, in anything I do, I will always put God. I'm a believer, and I don't just do things because other people are doing it. And even if other people are not doing it the right way, me, I will do it the right way. So when I started this business, I said, no, this is not a business for scam. This is not a scam zone. This is not going to be a place whereby they will tell you this is human hair and sell something else to you. So the fact that I got synthetic instead of human hair did not make me to also sell it to people as human hair. No, I actually sold it. I sold all those hairs as blend. I think I still have one left in my parents' house now. One of the first hairs I ordered, like the first set of hairs I ordered. Then I now started my importation. That was how. And then the classes we did, they introduced us to companies. That was how I now got most of the companies I used to date. They introduced us to lots of companies. They gave us like legit companies. I feel like I'm confused about something. I feel like I'm confused about something. I'm going to meet her, and then you have to be. She taught us how to communicate with our suppliers. If you know how to communicate with your supplier very well, trust me, you're going to learn a lot from them. You don't need to pay for classes. Some classes you will learn from your suppliers. Yes, so we, in fact, that class was powerful. So after the first scam, I don't know if I should call it scam, but I think it's scam because you telling people that this is human hair and selling something else. And if you don't know our brand, we don't do that. If you know this brand from the one, we don't do that. So yeah, that was it, and that was how the business started. And to God be the glory, I got one of the best suppliers from different, though it was not only that class, but that class I told you that was very, that was power filled, it was power packed filled. That class was a lot, so I learned a lot from that class. Yeah, so that class gave me very good suppliers then, because you have to pay for them. Yes, you have to pay for your suppliers. So it's not now that you look up and down online. Though there are still suppliers that will scam you. Yeah, a lot of people. And you see, what our leader did was that any company that's targeting maybe the sales rep now start compromising. You know, some people do is that when they leave the company, like a sales rep, they'll continue with the clients of that particular company. So once the lady that told us that she's always at alert. Once she noticed that there's something fishy, she'll say, okay, please don't use this, don't use this person again. Oh. Don't use this person again. I think that the company profile is already compromised or something like that. Yeah, so I hope you guys can see it. So I should tell you, I think this particular, don't use this person again. So we've been able to fish out all those ones that are, but you need to be very sensitive. I mean, pray for the Holy Spirit to always give you guidance. Apart from that, physically, you need to be very sensitive as a business person. If you start seeing changes before you send that money, for your supplier. In fact, maybe I'm not going to split everything. Maybe I will have to have a hair class to teach people what I know, because what is in this head for this business it's just too much. If I start pouring all the knowledge everywhere, a day will not be enough for you guys to take it in. So and then just ordering or getting suppliers is not just the only thing. She taught us how to calculate when you're getting things from suppliers from different countries, mind you. Supplier is not in one country, for different countries, because different countries are known for different heads. So you cannot just be stuck with one supplier from one country. No, you won't be able to stock varieties of hairs. So guys, that was how this question. I think it was my husband that asked this question, how I started and everything. And then we've been pushing. So we are still not where we want to be at all. We are not even close to where we want to be. But like I said, for every milestone, I'm grateful to God, because at least the visibility is getting better day by day. It's getting better day by day. So I'm very, very grateful to God. So you can see how I'm taking my time. So you guys that will come to my DM and be pricing straightening for small money, you can see how it takes time to do, right?
So, what are the challenges you have faced?
Ah, challenges, oh my God. Logistic people, you use your eye to see wetin no good. I don't want to use some word because okay, I think there are some words that YouTube might not ban, but your eyes will see pepper. So one of the challenges I've faced is okay, and then you know we are in Nigeria, clearance fee, the clearance fee and the this thing, the whole clearance fee thing, you know, the exchange rate and everything is a whole lot of is a big challenge. So if you're not like if you don't have millions to invest in the business, it's going to be important all the time. Honestly, it's not easy. Yes, because so anyway, along the business, I found ways to because there are some suppliers that you work with that will cover those fees for you. Yes, there are some suppliers that you work with, so you don't really need to stress. They will cover those fees for you, but then it will be there's how they do it. Do you get? So that's how I've been able to navigate that one a bit. But it's still not something that you can take off completely because you will always import hairs and you cannot just stick to one supplier. So if there are some hairs that you have to import for some countries, you still have to go through that. So the exchange rate and everything, by the time you add it to the money for the hairs, you will now see that, oh my God, that the hairs, for you to make profit, that means the hairs might be a bit pricey, and then you have to consider customers' pocket. So balancing everything is a challenge. But then we are in the business and we keep growing everything and we keep looking for ways to make it better for both us and our customers. So yeah, this can you help my friend? Let me check. Are there questions for me?
No, no questions yet.
No
If they are, I
questions.
will let you know. I'm
Okay.
just asking you the questions on their behalf.
Okay.
So, how, is it demanding for a person to start new with the way the economy is now? If somebody want to start, like a girl want to go into hairstyling, what is the minimum way you think she can start with?
Okay. Also, before I get into that question, the second one is logistic. If you don't have people, you know all these people that work in park, even after your clearance and everything. If you don't have people in different places that will help you to sort out your goods and send it, especially if you don't live in Lagos, it's going to be a big problem for you. And then even in the business itself, delivering heads from one place to another, some logistic guys can make you almost run mad. I'm telling you, there are a lot of people that some logistic people say will run away with their heads when they notice that it's hair that they are into. So you just one need to be careful and one needs to be very vigilant. So logistics is one of the major problems that we are facing. Then going to the question that you asked, any young girl that wants to start, you know, one thing that a lot of people don't do these days is acquiring knowledge. And that's why you see that once they start the business, once to boom, they are out of the business. The way you see it from outside, it's not that easy. I will keep telling everybody that there is no business that is easy. You get? And you have to be committed, you have to show up. I remember once upon a time in 4 months and I have just one customer. Yeah, once upon a time it was like that. But did that stop me or did that discourage me from pushing or moving forward? No, it did not. I kept on pushing and to God be the glory. That's not the story of this business today. You get? So guys, I'm applying the serum. So that's not the and I apply generally, but I like applying layer by layer to give it the shiny look. Yeah, so that's not the story today. So you must be very consistent. So from everyone that is planning to start this business, one thing I will tell you is that it's not easy. Don't come with the mentality that it's going to be easy. No. When you know in your heart that it's not easy, you become prepared. That's number one. It's not going to be easy. It's time taking. It saps your energy, honestly. But then if you really mean it, it's not something you cannot do. I mean, a lot of us are doing it, but if you're not really in for it, it's not going to be the way you see. That be this thing wey she dey do. Trust me, imagine sitting for hours just to straighten a hair and making sure it comes out like really, really beautiful. You need to have passion for it. It's not just because you see other people doing it or I'm tired of staying at home. This business it will drain you if you're not ready for it. It will drain you. And that's why you see when some people might start doing different services, at the end of the day, they will narrow down to one because it's not even easy. Everyone and hair business is such a it's a good business. If you decide that it's only revamping that you do and you put your all into it, you're going to make it big in revamping. And if you decide that it's only wigging you want to do, you will see people, companies coming to you to wig hairs for them. You will see people telling you, okay, can you wig 50 hairs in a week? And then you give them your price. Like that's how it works. And if you feel like you can embody everything and take up most of the services that comes with it, good and fine. You can do that. You get, but I want you to know that it's going to be very challenging. It's going to challenge you from different angles. Trust me. But as long as you're ready, you've positioned your mind to be able to do this thing, then you'll be able to do it. So that's it about that. So if you're coming in, also please gain knowledge. Don't think what you're seeing online is the only thing that can help you in this business. Gain knowledge, gain actual knowledge. Yes, you can help broaden your knowledge with videos online and all that, but learn actual knowledge because okay, maybe skill you can say okay, maybe if you're a very smart person and you can pick one or two, which is not even going to be so easy because there are a lot of things that people the videos that you see online, it's not everything that they will show you. That's just the truth. It's not everything that they'll show you. Nobody wants you to know the reason for their perfection 100% because it's a business. So if they show you everything online, ah, so I mean, you might some people you might think that they're showing you everything. Trust me, it's not everything. So that's why you need to like gain actual knowledge and you need to continue improving yourself. Today that you paid for 3 classes, this hair business, it keeps evolving. New trend keeps coming out. Like new trend keep coming out almost every day, or let me say in months, you see a trend. And if you are in this business, you must learn to keep up with the trend. So as new trends are coming up, you have to go and learn it. So you must be willing to learn and unlearn. There are some trends that will come out, the old one you have to keep it one side. Except somebody somewhere say, this new one, this new method you put in, I don't like it. This can you go back to the old method? So when I say learn and unlearn, when you are learning the old one to learn the new one, that does not mean you throw the knowledge away, but you keep it because hey, when that knowledge come for you, like someone there was this call cap I worked on. The knowledge I used? Knowledge of those days when we used to do sewing without closure. That was the knowledge I used to do that hair. Because the pattern, there was no closure for that week. It's not even all this one that will be like fringe. The weaving of that one was completely different. There was no closure for it. So I had to use my knowledge of invisible pattern in the past to do it. Those people that used to fix hair those days before we understand what I'm talking about, is what we call invisible pattern. By the time they do it, they will use something to separate it. It will now open one like this. No need for closure. Then no closure now. Wigs are not this expensive because closures and frontal make wigs very expensive. So that was the knowledge I used. So, but how many people will tell you to do that thing for them? I think since I started this my hair business, that was the first time I used that knowledge. So you must be able to learn and unlearn. So young ladies that are coming for that want to start this business or that are already in the business but you feel frustrated or something, don't feel frustrated. Just have an open mind because this business is broad and new trends keep coming up day by day. So just be open to learn new things. Yeah, as I think I've answered that question. Be open to learn new things. Do you know what's killing a lot of businesses? The people don't learn. They will just go, papa, it's okay. The one I know now is enough. And they will go and start before you know. They won't be delivering quality. They won't be delivering what is very good. And I will tell you the truth that this business, everything about it is money. Tools, products, especially if you use good products. Like me, I don't compromise on products at all. And tools, they are very expensive. Tools for this hair business, they are very expensive. And one thing we don't even talk about is power. Oh my god. This business, power is like the breath. Without power, there's no way you'll be able to complete any hair successfully, you need light to be able to complete this hair. Like to be able to complete any hair successfully, because your hot combs, your straighteners, your coilers, everything requires light. So you have to put all these things into consideration as a first timer. You get, yes. So that's it. If you have any question, guys, please drop it in. Drop it in.
So is there hope for a beauty industry? Do you think it's something a young person can go into and make money, like good money?
When you say beauty industry, what do you mean?
This is part of the beauty industry. Hair,
Yes.
they are all part of beauty. So in this hair part of the beauty industry, do you think there is hope for a young person to come in and make good money?
To be very honest, I think that answer is very obvious. If you are a social media person, there is money in this business. But if you're the type that is starting from the scratch, like me, I started from scratch, scratch, scratch. If there's anything that is more than the scratch, I started from scratch. I started getting my tools one by one. I started most of this thing that you see here, even this mannequin I'm using, I got it after my service. I saved money for my youth service, and I was able to get some. And this thing, I've been using it for years. Though I have new ones now that I got for the business, but I'm telling you that this business is capital intensive. Is capital intensive. So if you're lucky to have someone that will sponsor you, and you know the business, you have deep knowledge about the business, you're already a millionaire. But if you're the type that is starting from the scratch, just give yourself time, be patient. But if you are asking if there's money in the business and if someone can do very well, yes, there is. But I won't lie to you, that money that you are looking for in this business, you need money to be able to activate that money in the business. If you understand what I mean, you need money to make money in this business. That's the truth. It's highly capitalized, so you need money to make it big. Yes, that's it. To make it big in this business, you need money. So, but does that mean if you don't have big money, you can't start? No. Am I not? Didn't I start? I told you guys how I started, and today I am here. Like I said, this is not even close to where we want to be, but it's a good move. Like it's a good development. Ha. Anytime I look back and think of where I started from, I will just be thanking God. I will just say, God, thank you. Because I know where I'm coming from. I know where I was before in this business and where this business is right now. So you can always start from the least you have. Yes. You don't need to wait to be a millionaire to start. Just start. Just maybe something. Your I don't know, luck will shine or something. Or you keep pushing it. You keep pushing it. As long as you pushing, you keep seeing results. So that's it. So do we have any question?
No, no, no question yet. Just be encouraging them to also check other to like and then to share.
Yes. Please don't forget to like, share, yeah, and follow. Please follow the page, oh, follow the channel. My people, oh, follow. Please, you guys should follow us. We have interesting content on our channel.
And like the
We love,
content, like this video, like
yes,
this live.
yes, please. So that's it. See, I'm teaching you guys skills that you have to pay serious money for. This is not your regular type of straightening. I'm sure by now you know.
But what about ladies that are aiming to travel abroad? Can they learn this skill to make more money abroad
Of course,
as
I
another
have
advantage?
students that are abroad. In fact, I have a student that I trained there. It was an online class. I trained her because, and she has been revamping her wigs herself, and she has been doing very well. And she even said that it's just gradually she's going to let people know that this is what she does, so that people can start patronizing her. And I have another person that I taught that also she bought things here in Nigeria. When she went there, she shipped it down, and then she said she has been revamping her wig herself. If only you know the cost, even if you don't want to monetize it, if you only if you know how this thing will help you. Imagine traveling out and for years you've not revamped your wig. You'll be wondering where people and the rest is coming out from. But then imagine you have the skill, even if you don't monetize it. Like you have the skill, you can easily, you know, work on your wigs anytime that you want to because you know it's in you already. So if you're going out, trust me, it's a very good skill. Ask people that I want to believe most of us have one or two people, if not family members, friends that are outside, to ask them about the hair industry and how lucrative it is. It is lucrative everywhere in every part of the world. So it's something to invest into, yeah. Definitely something I will encourage people, ladies. Yeah. I know it's not for everybody because I've taught people too that you would come down to teaching them like babies and still you will even ask, do you understand? You will do everything in your power, but they are not still getting it. So one thing I've also learned in the business is that it's not for everybody. You can't just force it. Maybe you should take that person to another sector of business, probably not the hair industry. Maybe the person will be able to do better. I've trained people that there is no way you want to train, there is no way you want, even if it's a baby, but still they are not just getting it. And I don't blame them. Like I said, it's not for everybody. That's just the truth. So it's not everybody that have hair for some certain types of businesses. So that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so they've taken our light. Thanks for joining us so far. If you can still see me, I told you everything about this business is power. We need light to do everything. So that's why whenever I see light, I walk. This hair is not an urgent hair, so I will have to wait. When they bring back the lights, I will continue. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Have a nice day.